Greetings, Star Trek Fleet Commanders. I am the Angry Rhino. Arcfall Day. Yay. I have looked at the patch notes already. I've looked at some things in game. Wow. Okay. Let's get right into it, I guess. 62 patch notes Enterprise Part 1. So, finally moving on to the next series. Sure what series they're going to do after this because it'll be about it. Maybe Prodigy or something. But other than that, they've done all the series. So where will they go from here? No NX-01 yet. But you see the ship right here, a bunch of whatever this is. We're probably going to get the old school Enterprise. You'd have to believe that. Be kind of silly not to. The latest update for Star Trek Fleet Command has arrived, and it's bringing some exciting new adventures into the galaxy. I don't know if I would call this shit exciting, but alright. In this update, we're introducing the first ever Enterprise arc. This update brings an extension to the Ex-Borg faction and a brand new hostile, the Xindi. We've also added new missions, challenges, and enhancements that will test your skill and take your gameplay to the next level. So prepare to boldly go where no captain has gone before, and check out the full patch notes below. I love how they're building it up like enhancements and excitement. Wow. Really think we're supposed to be excited for this shit? Yeah, expansion to the Ex-Borg tree. You know what that means? More currency. So there's going to be like the old Ex-Borg credits, which are like the common. Now how I'm calling them common, yeah, because now there's uncommon, rare, and epic. So exciting. I'm excited for that. Are you not excited for that? We as players are absolutely always excited for things like that. Add 3 new currencies. No problem with that. At least 3. 3 new currencies for the Borg faction store. Ex-Borg faction store. But there will be more currencies. Can you not feel the excitement? More like anger. Available for commanders Ops 40 and above. Ex-Borg faction is receiving an update. 5 new reputation titles are yours for the taking, along with 25 powerful favors. Yes, they are favor style, not research style. So you know what that means? If you're one of those dumbasses that bought that Prime for cutting the cost of the researches, you know, you take the Ex-Borg credits and you do researches with them. The Prime cut that in half. These favors are not included in that. So yeah. Can you not feel the excitement? They're just telling you, they're just doing this to you. How am I supposed to be excited for that? Here's a Prime, buy the Prime. Well, I kind of like the Prime because I kind of like the research. Oh, we're going to add some more researches, but it's not going to count toward the Prime. It's not going to go with the Prime. It's not going with the Prime. Yeah, you like it? Are you excited? No, I'm not excited. I'm really pissed off. But that's what they do. They release a feature, then they release a Prime to enhance a feature, and then they update the feature, but then a Prime doesn't count. Oh, so they can add another Prime. Jackasses. God. Alright, let's hit this other link. Because God forbid it be on the same page, because there's only so much you can fit on an internet page. It's not infinite. It's finite. You can only fit so much on there. So let's open up this next page. Yeah. Enterprise Arc, the Xindi. Yeah, we already read this on the other page. Yes. Delphic Expanse Systems and more. I don't know why. Why don't you just tell us what the more is now? In order to continue working along the Ex-Borg faction and take on the Xindi commanders, must be at level 40 and have 22,500 Ex-Borg faction reputation, which before today was the max, now called distinguished with the Ex-Borg. The Xindi are formidable with the ability to completely bypass shields, dealing damage directly to your hull, and have a powerful weapon that charges quickly. In order to take on these hostiles, commanders will first need to get the new favor, Particle Beam Delay, which can be obtained using Ex-Borg credits. Yay. I'm so excited. After obtaining Particle Beam Delay, commanders can head to the new Delphic Expanse Systems and begin taking on 2 types of hostiles. Not 1 type, but 2 types. Gotta have the 2 types. Xindi reptilian warships and wanted Xindi reptilian warships. Okay. Both hostile types drop Xindi scraps, which can be used in a brand new reputation and Ex-Borg credit bundle. Oh, that's very exciting. The wanted Xindi reptilian ships, however, also drop Xindi bounties. So what are we up to? 5 new currencies? Which can be turned in for greater rewards. Here is the list of the new reputation ranks. Distinguished is really the old one. You're probably there already if you've been playing for, what did it take, 3-4 months? Then it goes celebrated at 63,000, esteemed at 105,000, venerated, I think that's a word, though I'm not a great wordsmith here, for 154,000, exalted for 205,000, liberator for 260,000. Sounds like that's going to take a long time. So excited. Because I had been sitting at max for how many months? Was I stacking up? No. I was sitting there not gaining reputation. Now all of a sudden reputation expanded. Oh, cool. Thanks. Kind of lame. New Ex-Borg bundles, loot exchange, Xindi scraps, and bounties can be exchanged for reputation and new Ex-Borg credits. Credits come in 3 rarities, uncommon, rare, and epic. It's not true. There are still the regular Ex-Borg credits. So there's 4 types now. At least I'm looking here in the... Yeah. Because there's an... Well, I guess that's... Yeah. Because there's an uncommon trade down. You take your new uncommon Ex-Borg credits and trade them down for regular Ex-Borg credits. Yeah, there's 4, but okay. Xindi scrap exchange and the bounty exchange, yay. Uncommon credit exchanges. Uncommon credits can be used to upgrade the new Ex-Borg favors or traded in for materials, ship parts, or the materials needed to power a variety of active ship abilities. Material exchange, yeah. Okay. I mean, just looking at some of these, and of course, all the pictures are all screwed up, and I'm on a tablet, so it's 2 columns. Because jackasses can't get a damn thing right. And I'm looking at these material exchanges, and Why is there 4-star raw in here? Really? What do I care about 4-star raw? Okay, maybe you care about it because, you're a level 43. I'm a level 56. I don't care about 4-star raw. Really? You think I care about 4-star raw? I'm so excited that in this new exchange, in this new faction store or updated faction store, I can get 4-star raw material. I'm so excited. Yeah. Wow. Or 4-star common. 4-star uncommon. 4-star rare. And 4-star epic. Oh, and also in this same claim is 5-star raw. All 3 types. 3 different chances per. Then there's 5-star common. Then there's 5-star uncommon. Then there's 5-star rare. And there's 5-star epic. There are... It's too much. It's so much that this pool, at least initial thoughts on it, it's so diluted that I'm not going to get anything from it. So stupid. No, I can't be excited about that because I look at that and I said, who's the dumbass that thought that shit up? And ship part exchange. I don't care about 4-star broken parts. That's not what I want. If I'm going to go get a currency by attacking a hostile, I don't want to come back to the faction store and exchange that new currency for broken parts? What? No. I could just go kill a regular hostile and get the broken parts that way. And again, yes, there are broken parts in there. There are also common parts, uncommon parts, rare parts. And that was 4-star. And then it goes into 5-star. It's too diluted. In the ship fuel, Tetrion's Urbanite, ablative amplifiers, cultivated mycelium. And they're all chance. It's not like you're guaranteed to get 140 Tetrions, 4,000 Urbanite, 2,000 ablative amplifier, and 1,000 cultivated mycelium. It's a chance. You pick what it is. Not you, the player, the person designing it. You pick what I get, not me. You have no idea my gameplay. I don't use a cloak anymore. You know why? Because I can't get cloak for my ships unless I pay for them, and I'm not going to pay for them. So I don't use cloak anymore. And I really don't Cerrito anymore because then I got to bring my Cerrito, and Cerrito is really a 4-star thing. I'm going to 5-star land, so I have 5-star warp range on my ships. My Cerritos does not have 5-star warp range. So I don't use my Cerritos anymore. Ablative amplifiers, I don't use it to find it's shit. Partly because you can't get enough of this stupid ablative amplifiers in a day to really be able to run multiple times. You get like one run, one activation of it. It's silly. Cultivated mycelium. Honestly, basically the same reason I don't use the Cerritos is why I don't use my Discovery anymore. I've phased out of the warp range, so I have no use for it. So maybe, it's just me. Maybe you are going to absolutely love it. I think it's stupid. It's a waste for me. And some of these other credit exchanges. Honestly, this Forbidden Tech exchange looks nice, but it's got 2 different trial bells, 2 different proto matter, 2 different reactor, 2 different catalysts. I don't need any more trial bells. I don't give a shit about trial bells. You're throwing trial bells at me like crazy, and I feel like I don't want them anymore. I'd rather have the tier up catalyst. More tier up catalyst. Otherwise, you can never tier up your stupid forbidden tech. Faction exchange. Now, I do kind of like the idea of this faction exchange, kinda, because it's plus Federation, plus Klingon, plus Romulan. It's 10 million apiece for me. I'm sure it may change with certain reputations, but what I like is there's no minus. Now, there can be a few ways where it will kind of negatively impact you. But at the same time, if you are only gaining reputation from this, or maybe if you're killing the same amount of hostiles for each, well, then no, you would cancel out. But you can technically gain positive rep with all three factions in the same day. So there is potential to triple faction grind. It'll be harder because you're going to get less, but I do like that there's no negative there, and you got to do more balancing. And there's a few credits in there. Not that many credits, but they're in there. Yeah, I mean, there's a mega chest. And yeah, I mean, it's still diluted again. I mean, here's common. So you have 6 different chances for common. 2 crystal, 2 gas, 2 ore. I don't care about that. And then it goes to the uncommon, then the rare, and then the epic. Oh, and that was just 4-star. And then all the different ship parts. Common, uncommon, rare. I mean, it is a G4 mega chest. So, that does make sense. But what is also in there, 20 prime dolomite particles. And there's also a G5 mega chest, which has 30. So, while I don't like a lot of this stuff, I do like that now they are sourcing prime dolomite particles, which is nice. Finally getting to where they're sourcing some of these old primes. They haven't hit all of them yet, because the away team primes are even older than these dolomite things, and there's still no sourcing for those. You can get an extra away team slot, which could be beneficial to a lot of players. 200% warp speed can be beneficial to a lot of players. And then there was mining speed, which nobody really cares, but is the principle of the fact that it is a very, very old prime using a specific currency that hasn't been sourced. All right. I went into some of the other ones. Those were the epics that I was just talking about. There's rare credit exchanges, which can be artifacts. You're not going to get artifact shards specifically. You're going to get those. What are the token things? What are they called? Artifact tokens, premium artifact tokens, isolytic artifact tokens, and complex nanotech. So you won't get the artifacts specifically. You will get the little currencies that will allow you to claim more artifacts. The faction exchange is what I talk about. Officer exchange. There is a officer exchange. It's 2 different chances for Balana. The rares. So you have all the rares in there. You got a chance at a 1 shard pool. Chance at 3. I don't know the percentages because, of course, they're not listed here. Random percentages, I guess. Torres has 2. Paris has 2. Kim has 2. Tuvok has 2. Neelix has 2. A 1. A chance at a 1 shard and a 3 shard. Now you go on to the epics, which is a chance at a 1 shard and a 2 shard. The Doctor. Oh, actually, the epics have 3. Chance for 1 shard, 2 shard, and 5 shards, which you'll never see 5 shards. Unless you're like the 1 in a billion person that actually gets it. So there's the Doctor, there's Janeway, there's Chakotay, there's 7 of 9. I mean, that's nice. So they just added another sourcing option for them. I don't know why they just didn't Like, why add another one? Like, you already had one. Somebody already went through the trouble and made one. Why not just enhance that? I mean, it had to. It had to have cost them more money to make a whole nother pool instead of just increasing the numbers to the other pool. Right? Had to. Epic Credit Exchanges, Forbidden Tech Exchange, Style Exchange, 4-star Mega Chest, 5-star Mega Chest, G5, 6-star Mega Chest. I don't know what the hell Style Exchanges they were talking about. There is some cosmetics, stupid little pictures, which I don't hold any value in. I just don't. Also, there are 3 bundles available to take high rarity credits and exchange them for lower rarity credit. Yeah, so if you're getting enough epic Ex-Borg credits, you can take your Ex-Borg credits and exchange them for rare Ex-Borg credits, and you can do that all the way down. Rare Ex-Borg credits into uncommon Ex-Borg credits, uncommon Ex-Borg credits into common Ex-Borg credits. We'll call the original Ex-Borg credits common, which is kind of nice. I mean, I guess, it's an option anyway. Can be potentially good if you really want the officers. Probably where I only see the real use in that. And here you go. Here's some of the favors. I mean, there are 25 brand new Ex-Borg favors that will provide a variety of benefits. These include extremely advantageous efficiencies. I don't know. I don't think. I mean, increase your broken part G4 and G5 battleship parts dropped by hostiles 5%, 10%, 20%, 30%, 50%. Meh. Not sure I call that advantageous. And then there's another favor, because the battleships had their own favor for the broken parts, the interceptors had their own, and explorers had their own. Right? Explorer, battleship, interceptor. And then there's Galaxy Plundering, increase base broken G4 and G5 Explorer, battleship, interceptor, and survey parts dropped by hostiles. You animated again. That's odd. Okay. Increase ship XP. Increase the base cost efficiency of power steel, titanium, and lithium for buildings 25%, 50%, 75%, 100%, and 150%. I mean, I guess. Maybe. I think I'd rather have it for research, because the research gets really expensive. And the lithium is actually a lot harder to come by. But that is just me. There's nothing. Okay. And there are a few other favors, and I know I'm getting kind of really specific here, but some of this probably really does need to be left for another video, but I'm kind of pissed off with it. Increasing another broken ship parts, refuse optimizing Voyager progression, enhancing your combat ability against specific hostiles, like the new Xindi assholes. New buffs that are being seen for the very first time in Star Trek Fleet Command. Yeah. Kinda. Well, there's really one. The other one is seen with Who's the guy on the shakedown crew that you have to buy for like $5? The guy that repairs your hull with morale. I can't remember that asshole's name. I don't even have him. Leslie. I don't even have him because I'm not paying $5 for him, and I'm not doing those dumbass prime recruit claims. One of these is a critical floor, which will ensure that even if your critical damage is reduced by a hostile, it never drops below a specific percentage. So, yeah, it does say hostile here, but I thought it was supposed to be for PvP. To get rid of that Damar canceling out your damage completely. Yeah, right? It was, because otherwise, who the hell cares what hostile is reducing your crit damage? God damn people. Yeah, critical damage floor. Yeah, I'm looking at the favor right here in the faction store. Critical damage floor. Critical hit damage cannot be reduced by enemy players or hostiles below a base percentage. 10%, 20%, 40%, 70%, 100%. Yeah, so why it doesn't say that here, I don't know. Okay. Also, some favors, such as the offensive repair stance, will allow a portion of the damage received to be repaired in combat. Yeah, where was the... Yeah, here's this one. Defensive repair stance. While defending on a capture node against other players, at the beginning of each round of combat, gain a chance to repair 30% of hull damage taken in the previous round. 4%, 8%, 12%, 20%, 30%. Not sure I like those numbers too much. An Explorer emergency protocol, which they have one for Battleship and Interceptor. At the beginning of each round of a combat the beginning of each round of combat, explorers below 35% hull health with morale repair a percentage of hull damage taken from hostiles in the previous round of combat. Yeah, I mean... And they do have that for PvP. In PvP, it's 3%, 6%, 10%, 14%, and 20%. So you can potentially be repairing 20% of your hull every round. That's kind of annoying. Especially when some of this is... Think about some of the firing patterns. Like, say, a Sanctus. 3 weapons in the first round, 1 weapon in the second round, 3 weapons in the third round. Are you going to be doing enough damage to counter that? So, adding more bullshit to PvP. Okay. And there's just some of the names of the favors. Doesn't tell you what they are. So, okay. So we're done with that. Let's go back to the regular patch notes. New buffs. Ex-Borg variety buffs. Yeah, talked about that. Repair stances. Critical damage floor. Shield bypass. It's not really for you. Yeah, I don't really see any shield bypass in here, but alright. Maybe it's just not here yet. Yeah, I didn't see any shield bypass. Supposedly that's in here. I'm not seeing it here. Okay. Well, it's not for you. This is the ability. Well, I guess they're just talking about buffs in general. The shield bypass they're listed here is not... It's not a favor that I can see, but it is a buff for your opponent. Wow, I'm at 30 minutes already. Jesus Christ. And that's what it's allowing the Xindi to bypass your shields. Alright, new officers. Yay. I mean, you like the characters? Well, I do anyway. I actually liked Enterprise, the series. I know a lot of people didn't. Though, to a certain extent, I think there was kind of a market saturation with Star Trek back then, right? Because Picard's crew was doing movies. There was overlap between Deep Space Nine and Voyager in the late 90s. And then Voyager was still on, and then they right into Enterprise. Like, it was almost too much Star Trek on TV. Just didn't get watched that much. Also, technology was kind of changing there. Officer ability. Wait. Epic Trip Tucker and Rare to Paul. Okay. Officer ability. Things blow up. When you take damage from a hostile or another player, Trip Tucker increases. I'm sorry. Trip decreases your opponent's critical damage by X for 2 rounds. This ability can stack, does not trigger at armadas or assaults. Weapons with multiple shots will only trigger this ability once per attack. And this is an officer ability, so 50%, 80%, 120%, 180%, 250%. What wasn't he the first officer? How does he not have a captain ability? I'm not losing my mind here, right? Trip was second in command on that Enterprise. How does he not have a captain ability? So is there really going to be only one officer with a captain ability? Oh, okay. Below deck ability increases the amount of resources you get from destroying Hirogen or species A472 hostiles by X%. 30, 60, 80, 100, 150. Nah, I don't really care anymore. I thought it was very easy to max Voyager. And I kind of no longer care about the amount of loot I gain. But it is a personal opinion. Rare to Paul. Okay. Officer ability. Again, no captain ability. Though she is the Vulcan, not the human, so kind of makes sense. Officer ability. Increase protected cargo by X%. 70, 130, 200, 250, 350. Nah. Below deck ability. Increases ore mining speed by X%. 50, 80, 110, 150, 200. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they did the below deck ability for ore specifically, so would lead you to believe that there will be one for crystal and gas. But the problem is here, you typically want to do synergy because there are, it will enhance the abilities without having to spend a ton of money to tier these things up. But because you made below deck and officer abilities, you can't gain advantage of the mining speed ability because it's below deck and gain advantage of the protected cargo. So what the hell do I care about it? I mean, some players are going to like this, or, they're going to like a mining officer. Some players aren't because this is the type of players they are. But I'll tell you for damn sure, players are not going to like the fact that you can't gain advantages of both abilities at the same time. Just make you look at it and say, why the hell do I give a shit? Yeah, I want to be able to use both abilities at the same time. I'm not going to want to have to pick and choose between the abilities. Wow. New missions. Worlds collide when temporal Cold War of the Prime timeline spills over into your own. Missions for the Enterprise arc pick up 200 years after Cold War plotline from Season 3. Present day, Xindi have become members of the Federation, but unbeknownst to the Federation, they are being manipulated by the Sphere Builders, just as they were 200 years before. History due to repeat itself, 10 core missions, 10 side missions, and a new prime. Critical damage floor. Your critical hits cannot do less than 100% of normal damage. This will stack with the favor in the Ex-Borg tree, meaning that your crit floor can be raised so that the critical damage never falls below 200%. Yay. New refit. This better be available free to play, or I'm mad just looking at it. Saying the whole time, and God forbid some of the other big content creators get off their ass and say negative things about it, try to get this shit changed. A refit for the Borg cube to do what? Doubles the maximum charge of the Borg cutting beam, allowing it to be used twice before needing to be charged again. And really, unless this is available to every player, the Borg Cube is, and always will be, a whale feature. Something for the whales to pick on the little guys. Because the little guys sure are picking on whales with this, because they ain't gonna have it, are they? Maybe it's just me and I'm just angry as shit that I just wanted this, because otherwise the ship is a giant pain in the ass to use. And is not fun. It is not fun. Oh, kill 5 hostiles. Use the cutting beam. Oh, it's not dead. Kill another 5 hostiles. All right, use the cutting beam. No, hold on. There's a cooldown. You can't just shoot the hostile again. What the hell are you talking about? Let me shoot the hostile. Which is a problem with this. Oh. Double shot with your cutting beam. Well, you can't do that because there's a cooldown. So what do? Well, now it actually takes you longer to grind because you're going to be sitting there at full charge. You're going to use the cutting beam once. You can't use it again immediately, so you're just going to have to sit there. You can't build up for the next round. No, you're just going to have to sit there. Wait your 30 seconds, then use it again. I guess that's better. I'm not even sure that's better. If anything, you know what it only does for you. Your whale that's bought a bunch of packs and has a max Borg cube now can just enter the system and blow up 2 of your buddies, and then a third one with using the actual Borg cube. Yay. Cool. So excited. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Bullshit is what this is. Yay, more territory capture bullshit and battle passes and cosmetics. All right. Brand new battle pass available featuring a variety of awards. Wow, they're actually okay. Trip Tucker, DePaul, Ex-Borg currencies. Season 2 of Territory Capture starts later this month. The new season pass will also begin. Based on your feedback, there will be some changes to Territory Capture this season, and we'll be rotating some of the services to keep Territory more dynamic. As we approach the start of the new season, we'll put out additional information so you can plan with your alliance accordingly. Also, a brand new Wave Defense Battle Pass will also be behind this month. Also, a brand new Wave Defense Battle Pass will also be behind this month. I'm reading that correctly, right? Behind this month. Behind. What? We've heard your feedback and will be making some changes to the missions and milestones for the pass. So be on the lookout for when that starts. Yay, bug fixes. Added more information regarding the extension keys. Insufficient resources pop up when attempting to upgrade the operations building. Earned from an ascension recurs Friday once ascension is active on your server. Okay. So, yeah. Not a whole lot to summarize here. Some of this, I probably went a little bit more in detail in this video. Probably should have saved it for another video, but me in the moment getting angry, I just kind of went with it, you know? Oh, I'm actually, not only is the video going long, but I'm actually close to running out of space on my phone. Ha! Ugh. Good God. Alright, so bunch of new and exciting stuff, according to the patch notes, which, in my opinion, doesn't seem exciting. It makes me mad. Maybe that's what they mean by exciting. Not essentially a happy emotion, but an elevated emotion. Doesn't tell you exactly which emotion that is. Maybe that's what they meant. Ha! Yeah, more currencies, more hostiles to kill. Because that's what we need. We need more hostiles to kill. Oh, please, please give me more hostiles to kill. I don't have enough hostiles to kill. Wow. Yeah. Comment below. Are you as excited as these patch notes seem to make you want to be? New currencies, new reputation levels, new hostiles to kill. And yes, there's another trick to them. What did you think about these officers? I mean, I know, really focusing on T'Pol here, and I know not everybody loves mining officers, and I get that. But are you with me that you want to take advantage of both abilities? Having one as an officer ability and one as a below deck ability reduces the goodness of the officer. What am I trying to say? Reduces the want to get that officer. I don't really care about T'Pol anymore because I can't use both of her abilities at the same time. It's just not as good. All right, probably gonna do a lot of videos this month, hopefully. So be on the lookout for those. And be sure to like and subscribe. I am the Angry Rhino. Shields up, Commanders.